Up next, I would like to give the stage to the innovation lead within Athumi, a Flemish initiative to process personal and business data smartly and securely. He is also director of a government program on open standards, as well as of Open Knowledge Belgium, and affiliated with the Data Science Lab of Ghent University. Please welcome on stage Buyle, innovation lead at Athumi.
So, Hiske, thank you for your kind introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues, good afternoon. Now, for decades, government has been investing in utilities. Gas, electricity, even millennia, they have been investing in water. Think of the old Rome, where we had the aqueducts that made water flow, but also a powerful network of roads that allowed information to propagate and flow through the entire Roman Empire. Because of these utilities, they could create a sustainable society. A city like Rome 2,000 years ago could grow until 1 million inhabitants, where cities in the Middle Ages had a tipping point of around 100,000 inhabitants because they were lacking good utilities. Today, Flanders is investing in data utilities. Not the copper wire, not the fiber, but the layer on top that makes data flow. Because if data starts to flow, there will be more data and there will be more innovation. Now, what are the bottlenecks today? Last week I was talking in Barcelona with mobility operators. They are experts in mobility, not in GDPR and data spaces. And for them, it's a huge technological upfront investment to work with this new real-time data to know where their vehicles are, but also with a lot of personal data that causes a lot of challenges. Second of all, if they want to connect their part of the journey to other operators, they face a lot of challenges because there are not a lot of standards in place. And the third thing, when they need to share their data with their competitors, there's a lack of trust. And that lack of trust we don't only see in between companies, but also citizens. I brought a number. 7 out of 10 citizens don't trust companies with their data. 7 out of 10 of you don't trust companies with your data. And you have several viewpoints on that data. The American way, where the control is with big tech. The Chinese model, where a lot of the control is at the government. And Europe, we have chosen a third path. We put the control again with the citizens and entrepreneurs that generate that data. This is in line with the vision of this man. Who knows Sir Tim Berners-Lee? Sir Tim Berners-Lee invented the World Wide Web over 30 years ago. I couldn't imagine my life anymore without the World Wide Web. And what he did, several years ago, started up an initiative called Solid, a course correction of the existing web, putting citizens, putting consumers again in control of their data. From a model where data is controlled by companies, a rat race to gather as much data, to a new model where data is controlled by the individual. In this way, I can decide with whom I'm sharing my data, and because of this, there will be not only more transparency, but also more data and more transparency. So in Flanders, citizens already have a data vault. Instead of having cluttered data in all the applications, which causes not so transparent ecosystems, but also a lack of quality, we are giving citizens a data vault. And from that data vault, I can choose with who I'm going to share my data and for how long. Is it something for the future? No, it's happening right now. Today, you can go to an HR provider, Randstad, and in one click, create a data vault. In a second click, get your authentic diploma in your data vault, and in a third click, share it with Randstad. They get more qualitative data, I get more transparency. And this is in line with the European strategy, where we go from already existing market for people and goods to a unified market for data. But in all those sectors, there are challenges, huge challenges for companies that want to be active in the data economy. And therefore, Flanders created the first data utility company in the world. It's a company, Athumi, that helps those businesses to be active and to help them with the hurdles they face today. On the one hand, we're focusing on personal data. For instance, manage my career, manage my home, or manage my health. But we are also active in government to business and business to business ecosystems. I'll give you a small example. For instance, in 2004, there was a blast in the region of Wallonia. During excavations, they hit a high-pressure pipeline. Over 30 people were killed, and 130 were severely injured. Now, to cope with these problems, none of the operators working on the public domain could fix this problem. So what have we done? First of all, we brought together all the actors in the ecosystem. So there, because we had an ecosystem, we created a sustainable business model, and together we could do the investment. Second, we agreed on standards to exchange all the information about pipes. And third, we created trust. Why trust? Well, in the beginning, they were afraid of sharing, for instance, the telco operators were afraid of sharing their data because they would lose competitive advantage, IP. But by creating a system of trust, we managed to build that ecosystem, which is now up and running, transaction-based and sustainable. We started in December. Today, we have 5,000 companies connected in our ecosystem. And by the end of the year, we will have over 1 million data transactions, business transactions. So with this initiative, we want to help companies, and we are helping companies today in Flanders and beyond to be active in the data economy with one important goal: making more data more usable for more companies and consumers, with those who generate the data in control. Thank you.